I surround myself with bizarre people. They're more fun to write about. Jenny Molin. Here are 25 of the world's most bizarre people. 25. Although he never got his hair officially measured and acknowledged by the Guinness Book of World Records, Tran Van Hey was known as the man with the longest hair in the world. According to his wife, he hadn't gotten a haircut in more than 50 years, and only washed it a few times. The last time being 11 years ago. 24. Francisco Domingo Joaquim is the proud holder of the record for the world's biggest mouth. It measures 17 centimeters or 6.69 inches, and he can fit anything in it, from soda cans to his wallet. 23. On June 29, 2011, Cynthia Martell was found dead in her home with 97% of her body covered with tattoos, which pretty much made her the most tattooed woman in recorded history. 22. Lal Bihari was officially dead between 1975 and 1994. He fought with the Indian bureaucracy for 19 years to prove that he was indeed alive and well. 21. Wim Hof is a Dutch world record holder, adventurer, and daredevil commonly nicknamed the Iceman for his extraordinary ability to withstand below freezing temperatures. Keep in mind that he once submerged himself in an ice bath for 1 hour and 52 minutes. 20. Sadhu Amar Bharati first raised his arm in 1973 in honor of the god Shiva, and hasn't put it down since. 19. Michele Kook shrunk her waist down from 25 inches to 16 by wearing a corset every day for 3 years, even while sleeping. And despite having a waist smaller than most catwalk models, she says she hopes to still knock off another 2 inches. 18. Eskil Roningsbakken usually performs balancing acts at the top of lethal drops, such as canyons and cliffs. He first got into the act of balancing when he was 5 years old, and has been shocking the world with his amazing feats ever since. 17. Jill Price claims to remember everything since her teens, such as what time she awoke, what she ate, and who she met. All of this is in her brain and can be triggered by songs, smells, or locations. She considers it a curse because, since she can't forget things, it's a burden on her sanity and does not give her much peace. 16. Shira Nakamatsu is a Japanese inventor claiming to hold the world record for the most inventions, over 3,000, including the floppy disk and the Pion Pion spring shoes. He has been photographing and retrospectively analyzing every meal he has consumed during a period of 40 years. 15. Maren Karimi Nasseri is an Iranian refugee who lived in the departure lounge of Terminal 1 in Charles de Gaulle Airport in France from August 26, 1988 until July 2006. His story became the main inspiration and basis for the Tom Hanks movie, The Terminal. 14. Eileen Brown from Bolton, England has had more than a dozen operations over the past 2 decades. Her only remaining natural joints are her left hip and left elbow. 13. Almost 43 years ago, Hiru Onoda, a World War II Japanese soldier, was found in the jungles of Guam, having survived there for nearly 3 decades. Under orders to not surrender under any circumstance, he fought a one-man war and only surrendered when Major Yoshimi Taniguchi, who had since become a bookseller, personally came to give him the order. 12. Mitsuo Mada is a Japanese political activist known for his perennial candidacy. He was trained as a Protestant preacher and through his religious studies developed a particular concept of Christianity strongly influenced by eschatology. In 1997, he established the World Economic Community Party, a political party based on his conviction that he is God. 11. Brazilian bodybuilder Romário dos Santos Alves was so desperate to emulate the Incredible Hulk that he actually injected his arms with a potentially lethal combination of oil and alcohol. The 25-year-old risked his life in the process and almost had both arms amputated. 10. In 2010, Shang Wu Fang shocked her friends, family, and the rest of the world when she made headlines for growing a devil-like horn on top of her head. 9. David Allen Baldwin, also known as Pope Michael, was elected by a group of 6 lay people, including himself and his parents, who had come to believe that the post-Vatican II Catholic Church had seceded from the Catholic faith, and that there has been no legitimate popes elected since the death of Pope Pius XII in 1958. 8. Alex Lenke is a hypnotist with incredible powers of suggestion. His powers are so strong that the 68-year-old from Surrey, England once underwent invasive ankle surgery without anesthesia. 7. Natasha Chemkina is known in her native Russia as the girl with the X-ray eyes. She claims to have the ability to see through people's skin right into their insides. She has shut down even her most vicious critics with her creepy but totally accurate medical diagnoses. 6. Gino Martino is a professional wrestler and entertainer who fascinates audiences with his superhuman ability to smash through things with his skull. Rumors say that it's better for a car to hit you on the street than Gino's head. 5. Michele Lotito suffered from pica, a mental disorder in which people compulsively eat non-food items. Soon, he learned that the incredibly thick lining of his stomach and intestines allowed him to consume almost anything. He turned his affliction into a career and went down in history as the man who literally ate everything. Over the course of 40 years, he ate an estimated 9 tons of metal. 4. Sanjay Bhagat claimed that he'd always felt self-conscious about his big belly. In 1999, he was rushed to the hospital because his stomach was so swollen that he could barely breathe. The amazed doctors discovered that inside his belly was the half-formed body of an infant boy, his twin brother that was never born. 3. You'd think going without sleep for 40 years might have its drawbacks, but not for Tai Nyo. His inability to sleep has not only made him famous, but also represents a miraculous phenomenon worthy of scientific study. He said he could not sleep after getting a fever in 1973 and has counted infinite number of sheep for more than 41 years. 2. In 1999, Caren Overhill began finding herself in strange places with no idea how she had gotten there. She'd find her bookmarks were further into her books beyond the point she recalled reading to. She heard voices at night recapping the day's events, and often ran into people who knew her when she had no recollection of any prior encounter with them. She eventually discovered that she had been living with 17 distinct personalities, and eventually found a cure to get rid of them all. 1. Edward Smith made headlines after admitting he's had sex with over 1,000 cars. It might sound crazy, but this car lover has been living with his 1967 Volkswagen Beetle, whom he named Vanilla, and considers it his girlfriend. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 2 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.